friends, welcome to Sam's Everyday Cooking. Today we are making a delicious dish which is spaghetti with red bell pepper, feta cheese and prawns. So let's begin. It'll just take you about 15-20 minutes to make it. It's very easy. We have spaghetti here, olive oil, we have 300 grams of prawns, sea prawns, and they're all cleaned and washed, paprika, rock salt, rosemary, black pepper crushed, not fine black pepper, feta cheese, we have about 4 cubes of it. This was marinating in olive oil, a lemon, red bell pepper, medium size, 2 cloves of garlic, and that's it. Let's begin. To begin with, I'm going to take this red bell pepper and I'm going to brush it with olive oil and completely brush it on all sides with olive oil. Also the garlic. It's a bit tough because they're so small, but they need to be with oil as well, and the skin is on. Now we are going to roast this bell pepper. So I'm going to place this red bell pepper on this hot hob which has got a mesh on it, and the 2 garlics as well, and it has to roast until it's charred. Whilst our red bell pepper is roasting, let's make the marinade for the prawns. For this, I'm taking a teaspoon of rosemary, a nice heapful teaspoon of rosemary, a tiny spoon of black pepper, which is the crushed black pepper, and just like a pinch of rock salt. Very rustic dish. It's got no specific recipe, but it turns out really delicious. We are going to grate lemon rind directly into this, a whole lemon, because we really want the freshness of the lemon in the marinade for the prawn. So as you can see, we have the rosemary, black pepper, rock salt and lemon rinds, and now we are just going to lightly crush them. That's all. To this prawns, we are going to add in the marinade. And we'll also add in the tiny bit of olive oil that was balanced from covering up the red bell pepper, and mix it well. Okay, so you mix it well and you allow it to marinate for about 5-10 minutes. Whilst our prawns are marinating and our red bell pepper is roasting, we will start the spaghetti. I'm going to put generous amount of salt in the water, and we'll allow the water to come to a boil. Our water is bubbling away and I'm going to put the spaghettis in it. Now the way I measure my spaghetti is that for one person, it's approximately 1 fistful of spaghettis. So I'm just going to show you. So for me, this is 1 for 1 person, and I'm going to break it into 2. And then another. I'm making for 2 people. And this will boil until almost done. Move the spaghetti around so that it doesn't stick together. So it's been about 10 minutes and our spaghetti is almost done, as you can see. Just nice. We are going to strain it now. As you can see, our red bell pepper is completely charred. We are going to remove it off the hob, and we are going to cool it down. So what we do is we put it on a foil or a brown paper bag, and we wrap it up. So we're going to wrap it up and we are going to allow it to cool completely. So our red bell peppers cool down. We are going to remove all this charred skin from here and completely clean it up. See, it so easily comes off. You don't even have to make much of an effort. Garlic as well. Now we open up the bell pepper and we remove the seeds. Okay, so we remove all the seeds. We don't need them. We discard the seeds. We are going to roughly chop up this red bell pepper, the roasted red bell pepper, and we are going to puree it. And the garlic as well inside. And if there are some charred pieces that go in, it doesn't matter. It still tastes very good. So our red bell pepper puree is ready. And I've added 1 tablespoon of water just to puree it to a smooth paste. And we are going to add this to this bowl. Now we are going to add in our feta cheese and mix them both up. And it's a very rustic dish, so the feta cheese needn't be completely pasty. You have to have a little bit of feta cheese coming in your mouth when you eat with the pasta. And you add your feta cheese to it. And you roughly mash it up. This dish is not a perfect dish. It's a rustic dish and it's really delicious. Okay. And this feta cheese will melt a little bit when we put to cook. So don't worry about it, even if it's not completely mashed up. Now this dish can be also made with just vegetarian. You can add some stir-fried veggies to it and pasta. You don't have to add prawns. Forgot to add our paprika, so we add a nice splash of paprika. This gives a nice smoky taste to it. That's the only reason. It's not for the heat. Okay, so let's start compiling our dish together. We are adding a splash of olive oil to fry the prawns. It is really nice and hot, so we are going to add the prawns. And it's on high heat, so quickly stir fry them on both sides until they are nice and red. Prawns are well fried. It's been frying for 3-4 minutes. And now we are going to add the spaghetti. Now ready, you can immediately add in the red bell pepper and feta cheese paste in it. Stir it up. This you needn't cook it for too long. Added just about half a cup of water to the balanced red bell pepper and feta cheese paste. I'm going to pour it in. And that's it. It's all ready. Now we just squeeze in a tiny bit of lemon juice to give it the last kick and a nice freshness to this dish, and we serve it. Here it is, our spaghetti with feta cheese, red bell pepper and prawns pasta. I hope you enjoyed, and we shall just finish it off with a little sprig of coriander to give a finishing touch to our dish, and we are done. I hope you enjoyed, and I make it. And please let me know how it turned out for you. I would love your feedback, and continue to join me on Sam's Everyday Cooking. Subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. Thank you for watching, and see you again.